Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you to our Lily Frank Fitzgerald Senior Academic Banquet. Okay? It is a time that we can honor our students. I'm telling you, parents, this class of students, the class of 2013, the 97th graduating class of Bradley Central High School, is an incredible group. I said earlier that they've achieved a lot of things, and we're going to say just a few of those here shortly. Again, I want to thank our guests. I want to thank Mr. McDaniel for being here and sharing with us tonight. Mr. Glasscock. I want to thank our board members, Ms. Critchfield, Mr. Dillard, and Mr. Weathers. Thank you for staying, and thank you for your support for our schools. I want to thank our teachers and staff. Students, again, when we all the years, the 13 years that you have been in school, it has taken a lot of people to get you to this point. It's taken your parents who work very hard. Let me encourage you, in the next few days, tell your parents or whoever it is that you live with, if it's a grandparent, if it's your mom and dad, tell them thank you for what they've done. Because if it were not for their hard work and taking you places and all the things that they do, then it would be very, very difficult to be at this point in your life. So students, give them a hug, give them a kiss. If you have to crawl up in bed with them again, like you did when you were 4 and 5, do that this week. Because you're getting a lot of laughs on that. I know that you do that. I've got one at home and she does that, okay? Now, if she does, if you don't do that, then she's in trouble, right? She'll be mad at me. But guys, I say that to tell them how much you love them, and give them a hug, and tell them thank you for everything that they've done. I want to thank our teachers. It is, without them, we would not be here tonight, okay? Without the hard work that they put in, I would put the teachers at Bradley Central High School with any teacher in this country. I believe that they are the very best. They work very hard. We went to a new evaluation system this year, and I can tell you that from the evaluations that all the administrators do, we sit in a room and we talk about the evaluations and things that we do. We have the top of the line teachers in Bradley County schools. And so thank you to our teachers for your hard work and for the dedication. Thank you to all of our college and university and business people that are here tonight. Guys, we're going to give out a lot of scholarships tonight. I don't even have a number yet. At graduation, I'll have a number on what we project of our scholarship number. But we're giving a lot of scholarships tonight. Parents, let me just give you just a little bit of information about the class of 2013. Out of 350 students, 174 students had a GPA of at least 3.0. That is incredible. 174 students out of this class. There's 94 that have an average of 93 or above. Almost 100 students in this class have an A average. Students, that is a very good job. Congratulations for working hard. 20% of our graduating class has taken a class that's outside of high school. Now think about that. They're taking AP classes, they're taking dual enrollment classes. These students are getting ready for the next step in life, and they're working very hard. It's incredible what they do, and it's incredible the hard work that they're doing. We have 16 students in this class that have gotten already athletic scholarships. So we have students that are going to different colleges all over the place with athletic scholarships. And we're excited about that. We're excited to see what these students are going to do. Is Austin still in here? I think Austin left. I told Austin Sanders has signed, of course, and I believe most of you know, to play for the University of Tennessee. And I tell Austin, I want to see him sing. So bring Tennessee back to the national championship. Let's see who said anything. I thought someone would throw something at me. We do have some Alabama and Georgia fans in here. I do want to roll time here. But our students are gaining academics. It's just incredible what they do. So students, I just want to tell you, congratulations again. You're going to hear the next few days several times. You're going to hear us talk about what a good job you've done. We are very proud of you. But it is our honor tonight to look at the things that you've done and to honor you guys and to show the accomplishments that you've accomplished the last 4 years of Bradley Central High School. So congratulations. I'm excited. Here in just a moment, we will get started with our program. At this time, I want to ask the Director of Bradley County Schools, Mr. Johnny Daniel.
What a pleasure it is to be here this evening to honor the graduating class of 2013. It's great to have our school board members here. It's good to feel this building with us. Thank you for being here. And thank you for this wonderful facility. I'm really proud of the Bradley Fine Arts Center. And it just seems like this class is getting started when we were standing out there under some oak trees talking about building this building. And it's just great that tonight we're here together to celebrate the accomplishments. Really outstanding scholarship in the class of 2013. Parents, thank you. Thank you for giving us your children, for allowing us to have good educated them, providing opportunities for them to grow and become the great men and women that will lead Cleveland, Tennessee, Bradley County, the state of Tennessee, and our nation in the future. I want to say thank you to our donors, to all who are contributing to these young people to further their education. We certainly appreciate your support. Without you, this night would not be possible. Thomas Jefferson said that if a nation expects to be ignorant and free, it expects what never was and never will be. Education is so vital to the success of a free nation. And in America, we are committed to education. In fact, we are committed to a free and appropriate public education for every boy and girl in our country. It's a privilege, it's a pleasure for me to work in public education every day. Public education helped change my life. It gave me an opportunity that I would not have had not my community and my state provided it. And I'm so appreciative today. I would like to say, Mr. Shoemaker, that the balls may not be where you want them to be, but maybe they'll get back and get a few more bears up there. We might turn the tide. What I would say is that Lee doesn't have a football team yet. When they do, go Flames. Congratulations, class of 2013. We're very proud of you.
We're going to move into the formal portion of the awards recognition portion. And at this time, I'm going to ask the Tennessee Scholars to please rise and go assemble against that wall. And send off of America together in the years. Sherry Fry is here from the Bradley County Cleveland Chamber of Commerce to recognize these outstanding students, and I'd like to say a few words about this gathering and this program.
Thank you. Congratulations to 51 seniors that are graduating as certified Tennessee Scholars. These students were willing to meet extra expectations in order to graduate as a Tennessee Scholar. They took more rigorous courses, especially in math. They had 95% attendance for 4 years. They had no out-of-school suspensions and completed at least 80 hours of volunteer community service. Many completed more than 80 hours. With 51 graduates, each completing 80 hours of volunteer community service, they would have completed 4,080 hours. This group of 51 students completed 5,680 hours of service over the 4 years of high school. I think they deserve a hand for that. We at the Chamber of Commerce are very proud of you. And tonight, Gary Farlow, President and CEO of the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce, will be assisting me in awarding these students with their medallions and their certificates.
Michaela Ard. Michaela Ard. Brandon Beavers. Kelsey Beavers. Caitlin Bentley. Hannah Blessing. Shelby Brock. Bailey Carroll. Adriana Corona. Allison Conley. Cameron Cox. Alicia Crawford. Shannon Cross. Hunter Davis. Brianna DeLeon. Caitlin Dillard. Madison Doobie. Haley Eaton. James Fitzsimmons II. Jacob Fowler. Haley Hardy. Amber Harkness. Brianna Howard. Brianna Isham. Susan Johnson. Shaylin Jones. Caleb Jones. Kaylin Just. Michaela Casey. Devin Kersey. Nathan Ledford. Alexander Mason. Nathan Myers. Sloan Redstone. Ashley Randolph. Katie Rogers. Alashada Saunders. Hannah Schwartz. Riley Shore. Brooke Smith. Ray Stafford. Tori Stevens. Harley Swafford. Linda Tharp. Maggie Thompson. Megan Ward. Brittany White. Matthew Whitmire. Kayla Wilcox. And Ashton Williams.
just the beginning. We've got a great group that's represented by the Tennessee Scholars. And at this time, now that they've all settled in their seats again, we would like to ask the Bear Scholars to please rise. I'll tell you what, guys, if you could like head up to the back and then kind of work your way to the front, that would be the stage first. Make it easier. While they do that, let me just give you a little information about Bradley High School Bear Scholar Program. This program, it is a volunteer program that students subject themselves to voluntarily. It's nothing we make them do. It's a commitment that these students make over a 4-year period. From the time they enter this high school, they really have to commit to becoming a Bear Scholar. And the reason is because they have to take 12 honors classes, and 4 of those have to be English. And of course, that means all 4 high school years of English have to be honors or above. So really, they come in here with a plan. And so as you see standing here against the wall is a group of young people that had a plan and they made it happen. And so, in addition to the honors classes, they have to complete all the graduation requirements as set out by the state of Tennessee as a diploma project. They also have to have 95% attendance rate, and they have to have no out-of-school suspensions. And again, I have to emphasize, over 4 years, this isn't something all these students decided to do this year. So they came to us with a plan, and they've executed that plan. As you can see, standing against the wall, we've got 88 students that have completed that plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over here. We've got a bunch of plaques to present to them, and we get folks around. They can come over and read their names. We're going to come back.
Just before we begin, let me take just a moment and give a special thanks to Mark Smith. Mark and his father Hank have for many years sponsored the entire Bear Scholar plaques. And I don't know if all of you, 90% of you probably know that Mark Smith is associated with McDonald's. Students, the best way that all of you will not be able to shake hands or have a special word with Mr. Smith. But sometime in the next couple of weeks, drive by one of the McDonald's, buy a couple of Big Macs and a big shake, and that will be the special thanks that he would like for all that he's done for you. Give him a big hand tonight. You know, Mark Smith, too, is young at heart. Just a couple of years ago, he spent an entire week at the Chicago Cubs fantasy baseball camp. At his age today, he's still trying to make the major leagues. All right. And for you Bear Scholars, Miss Fitz took the easy way out. She didn't have any of your middle names. I've been instructed to do it just like graduation, so you'll hear your first, middle, and last name. Here goes. Congratulations to about 88 of you Bear Scholars. Cody DeJohn Allen. Rita Michaela Hart. Kayla Ashton. Corey Lynn Bandy. Brandon Michael Beavers. Kelsey Morgan Nicole. Nicole Beavers. Caitlin Nicole Bentley. Brianna Lee Bivens. Hannah Marie Blessing. Shelby Nicole Brock. Morgan Danielle Brower. Autumn Victoria Brown. Bailey Madison Carroll. Callie Lurie Carter. Adriana Elisa Colon. Allison Rebecca Conley. Glenn Keith Cooper. Kent Bryce Copeland. Alice Medley Cox. Cameron Thomas Cox. Alicia Ray Crawford. Edwin James Bridgefield. Kelsey Aaron Cross. Shannon Lynn Cross. Ariel Michaelia Fry. Chastity Lynn Davis. Jacob Hunter Davis. Brianna Marie De Leon. Caitlin Brooke Dillard. Christopher Allen Doty. Madison Gail Doobie. Haley Nicole Aiken. James Frederick Fitzsimmons II. That will be great. Jacob Connolly Fowler. Isaac Ulysses Dongora. Ashlyn Marie Halverson. Haley Autumn Harden. Christopher Tyler Hawkins. Jamie Lee Hannah Holmes. Daniel Alexander Hopkins. Brianna Marie Howard. Susan Lorraine Johnson. Caleb Griffin Jones. Shaylin Lakota Jones. Kaylin Michael Just. Michaela Ariel Casey. Dr. Devin Edward Hersey. Skylar Dakota King. Nathan Aaron Ledford. Richard Herman Lupo. Alexander Paul Mason. Deshaun Norvell McClary. Brianna Lauren McFadden. David Eugene Minton. Nathan Andrew Myers. Zachary Lee Neighbors. Francis Cleveland Nolan. Paul Hunter Patterson. Melissa Perez. Joshua Ryan Pierce. Caleb Andrew Pippinger. Sloan Kendall Rakestraw. Ashley Nicole Randolph. Alicia Nicole Raper. Dakota John Real. Michaela Emmeline Richardson. Christian Giovanni Rodriguez. Katie Lauren Rogers. Elisheva Shaskana Saunders. Hannah Catherine Schwartz. Riley Weston Schul. Brooke Alexis Smith. Alexander Aldrin Stafford. Corey Shea Stevens. McKinley Newell T. Linda Marie Thorpe. Daniel Drake Verner. Megan McKenzie Ward. Jason Taylor Weber. Brinley Wade White. Matthew Davis Whitmire. Kayla Lee Wilcox. Joseph Aaron Wiley. Ashton Cade Williams. Kaylin Diane Williams. Emma Catherine Wright.
So I want to just emphasize Ms. Lawson said in her speech that, it's a team effort. A lot of them rely on each other to get this far. A lot of them work well together as classmates and our shows. And this is a great group. And there's never a time when they just share ideas and study with each other, share notes, as teachers would allow. Notes and study guides and things like that. So they work really well together as a team. At this time, we're going to move into the individual department awards. And if you are presenting the department award, we're just going to go down through this list. So we're just going to follow it the way it is. So if we could just begin with the agriculture award, if you are presenting. Okay, so receiving the agriculture award is Elisheva Saunders. For the art department, Autumn Brown. Band. For band, Edwin Jamie Critchfield. Technology, Devin Kersey. Cabinetry. Business, Shannon Cross. Cabinetry, Brian Bales. Chemistry, Matthew Whitmire. Cosmetology, Haley Parker. Culinary Arts, Susanna Austin. DECA, Nathan Myers. I'm going to apologize for this next one. The English award is going to Autumn Brown. Is she here? This was a clerical error on my part, and I apologize. Family and Consumer Science, Tori Roberts. BCLA, Shaylin Jones. Academies, innovation, foreign language. I should say this in French. Anna Pace. Guidance is Brianna Bivens. Health occupations, Devin Kersey. History. Carrie Deacon. JOTC, James J. Fitzsimmons II. Library, Shelby Brock. Marketing, Shannon Cross. So mathematics, we have two listed. Devin Kersey, all Patterson, one degree. Yeah, so got that? Music, Shaylin Toll. Physical education, Igor Yakovenko. Something on behalf of Igor. Physics. Ryan Pierce. Science. James J. Fitzsimmons II. Student Council. This was a president. Sloan Rakestraw and Devin Kersey. And Special Services, Harley Swafford. Okay, if we can give them all one last round of applause. And so now we move into the money section. Money, we've got a lot of great people sitting up here on this stage, just eager to give away a lot of money to very well-deserving students. Is there any of you in the audience? Not you, here. Couple. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and roll through this. The program. I'll let them speak about their scholarship and introduce it, and obviously announce the award winner. So,
Let me say congratulations to the class of 2013. It is my honor every year to get to present the Kobe R. Stansberry Memorial Scholarship Award. As many of you may remember, Kobe Stansberry was a Cleveland High School student athlete that was killed in a tragic car accident 6 years ago, the beginning of his senior year. Kobe's parents, Terry and Michelle Stansberry, started a Memorial Scholarship basketball tournament held every summer in his honor to raise money to send other young men to college since their son did not get to attend. The Memorial Scholarship recipient for Bradley this year goes to Mr. David Kersey.
I am Mark Smith, the Reverend Michelle Scholarship. Scott Bradley was a classmate of mine at Cleveland High School 35 years ago. We sat where you sat. And when you graduate, it'll be the last time the whole class of 2013 will ever be together. I encourage you to love and cherish each one of your classmates and enjoy the times that you have together, because it will be, like I said, the last time you will all be together. Scott was tragically killed in an automobile accident. In his memory, we started a scholarship at Cleveland High School. One of our committee members' name was Ed Shell, Ed was from Charleston. Ed died 4 years after we had started the scholarship at Charleston High School. And through the love of a man that would love Bradley High School dearly, Coach Bob DeValdi, as everybody, I believe, you still know who Coach Z was. He wanted Bradley High School included, and we hadn't found a way to find the funds, and eventually through the success of our golf team, we have the funds at Bradley, to have Bradley High School. Our scholarship is a $10,000 scholarship spread over your first 4 years of school. So this year's winner of the Scott Bradley Ed Shell Memorial Scholarship is Riley Shaw.
Malkin Scholarship. Many of you sitting in this audience know Coach Malkin. He was here for 30-something years, gave his life to Bradley High School, loved children and loved his community. Robert didn't read very well, didn't have a driver's license, but could go anywhere he wanted to. If I ever took an ID, he never had to pay. I did. People loved Robert Malkin. He was a big part of this community. And as I say, most of you that are older than you, Robert Malkin, if you had anything to do with Bradley High School, if you came to any event, you saw Coach Malkin, he would have been here tonight. He would have asked me, hey, are we going to that baccalaureate thing? And I'd say, yeah. He'd say, do we have food? He loved food. He loved Bradley High School. He passed away in the gym 4 or 5 years ago. And we want to give 2 scholarships tonight in the name of Coach Robert Malkin. Tonight's winners are Sloan Rakestraw and Caleb Goodman.
This next award, scholarship, is the Tyler Westmore Memorial Scholarship. As many of you know, Tyler was an outstanding athlete here at Bradley Central High School who passed away on March 28th of 2011. Outstanding baseball player, outstanding football player to go on and play junior college baseball, and also played in the Junior College World Series. With me tonight is his grandmother, Paulette Westmore. They do a golf tournament every year to keep Tyler's memories alive. This scholarship is for a well-rounded college-bound senior member of the Bradley Central High School baseball team. The amount for the scholarship is $1,500. The winner had this to say about the possibility of winning the scholarship. It would be an honor to receive the Tyler Westmore Scholarship, knowing that he loved the game of baseball. Makes this scholarship even more meaningful to me. I've been a varsity catcher for Bradley for the past 4 years. This year's winner is Caleb Pickens.
My name is Kim Whitford. I'm here tonight to give away a scholarship in memory of my son, Dustin, who was killed just 2 years and 10 months ago by a drunk driver on 840. It was a choice that a young mother made to get behind the wheel of the car intoxicated. And because of the choice that she made, Dustin didn't have a choice that night. We wanted to come up with some way to memorialize him and keep his memory alive. And we decided to also do a golf tournament to raise funds for a scholarship for him. One of the things that I asked the students to do to be eligible for the scholarship is write an essay on the dangers of drinking and driving. And if they had had a personal experience, we really had a hard time this year choosing. We had so many great essays. And because of that, we formed a committee to help make the decision. I'm going to do something a little different tonight. I'd like to do an honorable mention. We had a great essay by a student, and before I award the actual scholarship, I'd like to award that. But I'd like to tell you how Dustin lived his life. His motto was live wide open. And Dustin did that. Everything he did with a wide open attitude. He was a graduate of Bradley Central High School, 2004. He played baseball all 4 years. And it's just an honor tonight to be able to stand in front of you. And to pass on a blessing. Dustin's favorite Bible verse was 2 Timothy 1:7, and that says, "For God hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and might and of a sound mind." Dustin learned that verse when he was 8 years old in vacation Bible school. Just within the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've come to realize that Dustin learned that verse through his mother. Because I couldn't stand up here and do this 3 years ago. I couldn't have stood in front of the crowd. But I know that God had not given me a spirit. And I just like to thank Brad for their time and for being able to be a part of this. Devin Kersey, if you would come forward, we'd like to give you an honorable mention scholarship. Again, as I said, it was really hard to go through these applications and choose somebody. But one that stuck out in my mind was a young man who has lived what we've been living for the last 2 years and 10 months. Jacob Fowler, if you would come forward, we'd like to present you with this.
This award is given in honor of a 1976 graduate of Bradley Central High who has distinguished herself at Bradley Central High School. She became an outstanding veterinarian in her community. Sally worked at the Bradley Veterinary Hospital as the owner of her own veterinary clinic in Cleveland. Sally returned to teach at North Carolina State University for 3 years, seeking advanced certification in animal critical care. Following her advanced certification, she became director of the Regional Institutional Veterinary Emergencies and Referrals Hospital and currently resides in Chattanooga. This year's award is given to the most outstanding biology student in the senior class. Congratulations to Devin Kersey, who will receive the biology award. The Dr. Ron Freed Memorial Scholarship is given to the recipient of the student who has the highest average in physics. Dr. Ron Freed was a graduate of Bradley Central High School who went on to earn his engineering physics degree from UTC before working with NASA. Eventually, Dr. Freed returned to Cleveland as a chiropractor. Drawing on his experience as an engineer, he intuitively applied his knowledge of stress and strain measuring systems from the Saturn space vehicle to the human body. Dr. Freed was a frequent guest to the physics classes here at Bradley High School. He loved to share how his workings on the moon buggy, discovering how the body and electricity were related, and showing the students the instruments that he created and developed for use. This year's award recipient is Mr. Ryan Pierce. The Shirley McIntyre Chemistry Award was given to the most outstanding chemistry student in the class of 2013. This award is given in honor of Mrs. Shirley McIntyre, who taught at Bradley Central High School from 1957 to 1987. Ms. McIntyre graduated from Bradley Central High School in 1949. was a member of the Bradley Barretts for 4 years. During her senior year, the Barretts won the East Tennessee Championship. Ms. McIntyre began her teaching career as a chemistry teacher at Tennessee Tech in 1953. She taught a total of 33 years and was a chemistry teacher for 25 years until her retirement in 1987. This year, the recipient of the Shirley McIntyre Chemistry Award is Matthew Whitmire. Congratulations. And I know it may look like I skipped an award, but I intentionally moved the Doug Williams Award to last because it is the highest honor that the Science Department awards. Doug Williams is the late father of Holly Williams Kessling, who was completing her 8th year at the BCHS Science Faculty. Mr. Williams had a long career in mechanical engineering, working both for the Westinghouse Corporation as well as Boeing Company, where he worked on the development of the Saturn V rocket that helped boost 24 men beyond low Earth orbit on their way to the moon. It was a pride of knowing that her father had helped get Americans to the moon that launched Miss Kessley's interest in America's space program, as she peppered her dad endlessly with questions about the physics of such a feat. She credits her dad with sparking her interest that led to a career teaching science to high schoolers here at Bradley Central. Mr. Williams spent the final 26 years of his career as a specialist in industrial valves for the TVA, working to get nuclear reactors at both Sequoia and Moss Water nuclear plants up and running. He won multiple awards and honors for his work, and his closest co-worker once called him simply the best mechanical engineer I have ever worked with. Mr. Williams passed away in 2009, shortly after being diagnosed with cancer. This year's recipient of the Douglas F. Williams Science Scholarship, as well as the highest honor in the Science Department of Bradley Central High School, is Mr. J. Fitzsimmons. Educational journey. Just my dad, I'm not so sure that maybe someday we might see you going out. These last 2 scholarships are part of student council. The first one is known as the Dr. Cliff Shimels Memorial Scholarship. It is given to a student council membership who have excelled in leadership skills while living out the motto of serving our students, our teachers, our community, and literally around the world. Dr. Cliff Shimels was a professor at the university who passed away 12 years ago, but the impact that he had on our teachers and students' lives within Bradley County continues today. As an educator, author, minister, and motivational speaker, Dr. Shimels was a frequent guest at classrooms and schools across Bradley County. The recipient of this year's Dr. Cliff Shimels Memorial Scholarship is Mr. Devin Kersey. Devin is a senior volunteer and has been essential leading part of student council throughout this year. Devin plans on going to attend Lee this fall with Dr. Shimels going to talk. I received a phone call a few years ago from a class of 1969. He was a member of student council and wanted to develop a scholarship to give back to a student council member who excels in leadership skills and living out the motto of serving our students, our teachers, our community, and literally around the world. He in particular wanted to give this to a student who planned on attending Cleveland State. This year's recipient of the class of 1969 Student Council Scholarship is Ms. Bailey Carroll. Bailey plans on attending Cleveland State this fall and eventually to complete her degree at the university.
I'm Sherry Crown, Queen Brother Chamber of Commerce, and I am going to present tonight the Blocker Scholarship. The representatives from Blocker were unable to be here tonight, But Dr. Polysilicon North America, who's building a huge plant on the north end of Bradley County, has been awarding for the last several years a $1,000 scholarship to a valedictorian of the graduating class from each of the 3 high schools. So we would like to present this scholarship tonight to Devin Christopher.
This next scholarship is, it's been presented on behalf of the 1962 Boys Bear State Championship team, worth $1,000. The group that formed this wanted us to honor a former Bradley High School educator. And tonight we're honoring Bill Chief Robertson. His wife Betty is with us from Sevier County. So tonight this award is in honor of Chief. Our winner tonight has a 3.97 GPA. He's taken all honors courses throughout his high school career, dual enrollment classes, AP classes as well. He's a 3-year starter on the varsity baseball team and plans on attending East Tennessee State this fall. The scholarship in honor of Bill Chief Robertson goes to Brentley White.
President of the Bellevue Rotary Club. I'd like to go ahead and call forward David Crickfield, Jay Fitzsimmons, Alex Mason, David Minton, and Ryan Pierce. And as they're coming forward, I'd just like to give you a little bit of information. All 5, I'm trying to say, are members of our Bellevue Rotary Club. 3 are Tennessee scholars. All 5 are Bear scholars. Out of the 5, 3 are receiving a total of 4 departmental awards, and 2 are finalists for the principals. We're very proud of them, very grateful to have them in our club, and very anxious to see where they're going after this.
My name is Donna Robinson. I'm here with Steve Parker. We're from the local McDonald's restaurants. Ronald McDonald House Charities of Greater Chattanooga is pleased to participate in a national scholarship program which offers a freshman year scholarship to help students meet their financial needs during their costly first year of college. Scholarship applications are based on students' academic achievement, financial need, community involvement, leadership, the recommendation of school officials, and an interview process. The funds for these scholarships are raised through special promotions in local McDonald's restaurants. We thank all who applied, and we are pleased today to award a scholarship to Kelsey Beavers.
I'm Johnny Mull, representing the Rex Dockery Scholarship Committee. It's an honor to be here tonight at my alma mater, Go Bears. Briefly, a little bit about Rex Dockery. Rex Dockery was an all-state football player here in 1960 in graduate Bradley Central High School. He was all-state and led his 1960 team to an undefeated season. He then went on to the University of Tennessee on a football scholarship. He was a high school coach at Harriman and Morristown East, where he won a state championship in 1969. He then coached as an assistant in college level at Tennessee, Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, and Texas Tech. And then he became the head coach at Texas Tech University. Coached there for 3 years, the Southwest Conference Coach of the Year there, and then moved on to Memphis State, where he was 1983 Metro Conference Coach of the Year there. He totally rebuilt the program there and was always known as a very popular speaker. He was on his way to a speaking engagement in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, when the plane that he crashed in, he died in the plane that he crashed in. A group of prominent Dockery supporters gathered in an effort to form a scholarship to keep his accomplishments alive and upon the minds of Bradley County. The first scholarship was awarded in 1985. The recipient of this scholarship must have an unwavering desire to complete a college curriculum of at least 4 years. The recipient must be a college-bound senior, male or female, in Bradley County who participates in a varsity sport and does not already have a full scholarship. Being a star is not the utmost importance, but someone who puts the team ahead of himself. Characteristics go in this order: character and integrity, attitude, good sportsmanship, leadership, enthusiasm, gets along well with coaches, gets along well with players, desire for excellence, average grades or above, good school spirit, and participation in school activities and clubs. There's always tremendous applicants for this scholarship. And we have them from Bradley, Cleveland, and Walker Valley. This person far exceeded all the accomplishments: 3.85 GPA, student body president, golf team. I don't know how this person did all the things he did. The 2013 scholarship winner, Rex Dockery scholarship winner, is Sloan Rachel.
This next one is the Bill Chief Robertson Scholarship. It was established in the memory of Chief, a graduate of Spear County High School and NTSU, where he was a star football player. All of you that knew him was an avid golfer. He was an honored athlete. Chief's life was dedicated to helping others. He impacted the lives of students in Tennessee for 44 years. Chief was a teacher, coach, and administrator, but more than that, he was a friend to everyone. As a graduate of Spear County High School, Chief never forgot where he came from. He spent 33 years in the Bradley County school system. It's the goal of the family every year to award at least a $500 scholarship for a graduating senior from Spear County High School and Bradley Central High School. Our winner this year, before I announce the winner, with me, as I mentioned earlier, is Chief's lovely wife, Betty, still lives in Sevier County. But our winner this year was a 4-year member of golf, student body president, HOSA, Diamond Ball baseball manager for 4 years, National Honor Society, Christian Crusaders, and plans to attend East Tennessee State University. Our award this year for the Bill Chief Robertson Scholarship goes to Sloan Lake Straw.
to be able to come and introduce a partnership that Bradley Central High School is going to have with TVA. This time, I want to introduce Mr. Gary Godfrey, who's going to give us some information, and then he's got a gentleman.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gary Godfrey, and I'm the that TVA has a history of supporting public education. Unfortunately, we have 155 districts. PDA has a special program that they support called STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And I can see from the graduates here tonight that you folks are already in the talent pipeline for PDA. And we're very pleased to see that. PDA serves approximately 9 million customers of electricity throughout the Tennessee Valley. And we're very pleased to know that graduates like you are in the talent pipeline that will help us in years to come to meet our customers' demands. In the next 5 years, it's estimated that there will be a demand for 1 million students who specialize in the STEM program, taking science, technology, engineering, and math courses. So your degree will be very, very valuable to you in the future. And we look forward to having you work at PBA. So keep in mind that also there's approximately 1/3 of the PBA workforce that is eligible to retire in the next 5 years also. So that just means more job opportunities. At this time, I'd like to introduce my associate, Ken Webb, of Cleveland Utilities. He may have a few comments to make. And then we have a donation that we'd like to present to Bradley Central High School in the form of $1,000, as well as a PTA flag for the school to fly on your flag walk out front. And also, it's 50 that will confirm our partnership with Bradley Central High School. So, Ken, would you like to make your comment?
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight. I just want to say congratulations to the students, parents, grandparents, the school administrators also. Cleveland Utilities is pleased to be a part of this partnership with TDA and be able to be here tonight to present this gift. Thank you.
First of all, let me present the certificate to Mr. Shoemaker here, certifying the partnership, and we're very pleased to be a part of the Bradley. I can tell the faculty has done an outstanding job teaching you. We're pleased and proud of it. Also, we have a PGA flag that we hope that you can fly on the flag pole proudly.
Evening. I don't think there's any question who is receiving the Air Force OTC scholarship tonight or why I'm here in uniform. Jay Fitzsimmons, I'd like for you to come up and join me at the lectern, please.
Navy, now retired, live down the road just in Harrison area. And it's a pleasure to represent the military in presenting this Air Force ROTC scholarship offering. The competition was especially tough this year. There were about 12,000 applicants nationwide seeking these four-year college scholarships in approximately 30 colleges around the country that have this program. And the Air Force is very selective, so Jay, you're joining a very select group of young adults. You know, I grew up in Chattanooga. When I was your age, I started looking around. I wanted three things. I wanted a good college education, I wanted to serve my country in the military, and I wanted to see the world. I was never disappointed. And I know that you're going to find that there are things that you will be doing in the next few years that you could never do or afford to do as a civilian. I really can't tell you that much about Jay because you probably know far more than I do, except that I know he's a 4.0 student. He is commander of your junior ROTC unit here at Bradley, and of course you've seen him up and down on this stage tonight receiving all kinds of awards. Jay plans to attend the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, to study aerospace engineering. This scholarship is very comprehensive. It includes 4 years of tuition, textbooks, fees, and he gets a monthly stipend between $250 and $400. The scholarship in 4 years can easily exceed $100,000 if he keeps doing well, and I'm sure that he will. It's an excellent scholarship, and he is well deserving. And on behalf of the Department of Defense, I would like to extend a hearty congratulations and this certificate of recognition to James F. Fitzgerald.
Hello, everybody. My name is Phil Cook, and on behalf of the Enrollment Office at Lee University, I'm pleased to present scholarships to a few students tonight here at Bradley Central. We're presenting more than $150,000 in scholarships this year, and we're very excited about that. Also helping me is our, thank you, Mr. Also pleased that Casey Dean, our Assistant Director of Admissions, is here presenting the scholarships tonight. These scholarships are academic, athletic, and/or leadership, and so we're proud to present them to you tonight. Up first is a leadership scholarship in the amount of $2,500 for Mason McCann. We changed our mind, he's not here, we're not giving it to him. We are very pleased to present athletic scholarships. We go to these nights, and we're very happy that joining us over playing basketball for us next year will be Bryce Copeland. Bryce? Our academic scholarships are based on academic achievement, both in terms of high school achievements and also performance on the ACT, SAT score. We have the Dean Scholarship, which is a $7,000 award for the first year at Lee, and these students include, now we know some of you, we've heard tonight going to other schools, but we still like to honor if you want to come up on stage and add them to your collection. We'd be grateful for that. But we know Hannah Blessing is coming to Lee. She's up for Hannah Blessing. Also, Dean Scholar Jacob Davis. Also, Dean Scholarship for $7,000 to David Minton. Dean's Scholarship for Paul Patterson. And we're dying to give the certificate to, if you don't mind, Dean's Scholarship to Brentley White. We're also pleased to present scholarship to students earning the Presidential Scholarship at Lee, which is a $16,000 scholarship for the first 2 years the students are enrolled at Lee. Up first is Alejandro Colon. Devin Kersey. Another presidential scholar, Riley Shull. And our final presidential scholar for 2013's class at Bradley is Joseph Wiley. While Joseph's making his way here, let me take up the two final awards we give every year. The three local high schools are given scholarships from the Hoyle and Sharon Reimer Scholarship Foundation. Mr. and Mrs. Reimer have been very good to keep the best academic performers here in Bradley County and attending Lee University. We're very pleased to present two Reimer scholars here from Bradley for our class of 2013. A Reimer Bronze Scholarship for additional $2,000 is Hannah Blessing. And the highest academic scholarship that the university gives to local students through the Reimer Foundation is an additional $10,000 scholarship, which is the Reimer Gold Scholar. It may not be the last time his name will be called tonight, but it's been called a lot already tonight. We're very pleased that Reimer Gold Scholar for 2013 is Devin Kersey. Thanks again, and congratulations, everyone.
My name is Ashley Pettit, and I'm here on behalf of Cleveland State Community College today. The first scholarship I'd like to present is the Principal Scholarship. Every year, the principal from each of our 11 service area high schools chooses one individual to represent them for this scholarship. The award is worth $1,200 per semester, and this year's Todd Shoemaker Principal Scholarship goes to Kara Sharp. Okay, these next scholarships are the Lottery Plus Scholarship. And in order to receive this scholarship, the students have to have a 3.0 high school GPA and a 21 on their ACT. And this scholarship is also worth $1,200 per semester. The next one is Allison Conley. Allison is also committed to play for the women's softball team. The next one is Haley Eakin. Matthew is also committed to play for our men's basketball team. I have one academic performance scholarship to present. It is worth $1,000 per semester, and the recipient is Tori Roberts. Tori has committed to play for the women's softball team. Okay, the next one is Access and Diversity, and this scholarship is also worth $1,000 per semester. The two recipients are Claude Fennell and Melissa Perez. Okay, my last group tonight is our Tennessee Scholarship recipients. And these students actually receive $750 per semester. Our first recipient is Brianna De Leon. The next is Cameron Cox. Alicia Crawford. Shannon Cross. And Amber Hartness. Ashley Randolph. And Brooke Smith. And Lauren Swafford. Congratulations to all of the class of 2013.
Good evening. I'm Sandy Kirby. I'm with the Tennessee Technology Center at Athens. I think we're switching it up a little bit on your sheet that you're looking at. I'm here to give out scholarships worth $1,000 to the following students. Donovan McCann. Is he here? No. Jacob Staton. Gerstle Butner. Jordan Williams. About Caleb Goodwin. McKinley T. And last, I have Dylan Holt. Okay, that's it. Congratulations, you guys. Good luck.
My name is Jackie Freeman, and I'm a representative from Tennessee Wesleyan College. And on behalf of the faculty and staff, we would like to recognize 2 exceptional students from Bradley Central High School. The first, Alexia Hubbard. She will be attending TWC with Wilson. The second is Deshaun McClary, which I know he couldn't be here tonight, but I still wanted to recognize him, and he will actually be coming to TWC to run track. So that's it, and congratulations.
I teach the culinary arts here at Bradley High School. Beginning of April, I got a letter from Southern University, and they had asked me to select a student who was a very high achiever, both professional standard in the kitchen, and who added to the culinary arts. And it was a very hard decision to make because I have a lot of great students who do a lot of great things. But I chose Susanna Austin for this scholarship. So I was awarding her $15,000 over 2 years, $10,000 first year, $5,000.
At this time, I would like to recognize our Tennessee Achieves Scholarship Program recipients. Tennessee Achieves is a scholarship program that is sponsored by Alan Jones for Bradley County, and these students have the opportunity to attend Cleveland State Community College with tuition paid for. Students, when I call your name, please stand, and audience, if you will please hold your applause until the end. We have over 50 students who are eligible for the scholarship. Kaylin Baggett, Corey Bandy, Stephen Blair, Marlon Bowman, Patrick Carroll, Ashley Cartwright, Allison Conley, Glenn Cooper, Alice Cox, Cameron Cox, Alicia Crawford, Emily Crawley, Madison Doobie, Katara Dunn, Cassandra Fowler, Ashley Gatlin, Amber Hartness, Caitlin Hickman, Brianna Howard, Alexia Hubbard, Mitchell Hudson, Brianna Isham, Whitney King, Daniel Krivlova, Courtney Ledford, David May, David Minton, Nathan Myers, Michaela Owens, Hannah Pace, Deanna Parrott, Matthew Pell, Melissa Perez, Lindsay Richardson, Haley Robertson, Tori Roberts, Katie Rogers, Dyer Rose, Timothy Scruggs, Kara Sharp, Riley Shull, Halen Sluter, Brooke Smith, Amanda Souter, Carly Swafford, Tyranny Swafford, Robert Tapley, Maggie Thompson, Taylor Townsend, Charity Trentham, Megan Ward, Madison Whittemore, Kayla Womack, and Michaela Woods. Congratulations.
This next scholarship is from the TSSAA. That's the office that keeps us in line and keeps us from breaking rules. But they also do some good things. They give out scholarships. The first executive director of the TSSAA was A.F. Bridges. And in his honor, they give a scholarship. Our school was lucky enough this past year to not have any coaches ejected or any unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm proud of that. This year, A.F. Bridges, because of that, awards one of our athletes a scholarship. This year, I'm very proud to present this scholarship to a young man. In all my years at Bradley, I've never seen anybody compete any better, including his uncle, than Bryce Copeland.
My name is Jim McAlee, and I'm the United States history teacher for advanced placement for Bradley. And I have 3 awards to give out this evening for those 3 students that did very well on the AP exam last year as juniors. So I'm going to call you up and meet your plaque. Kelsey Beavers. James Fitzsimmons. And Devin Kersey. And as they're coming up, I want to go ahead and give special recognition to Devin. Last year on the exam, Devin got a 5, which is a perfect score, and he was one of 900 students nationwide to get that score. So good job, Devin.
So at this time, we come to the Principals Award Finalists. Before I introduce them and ask the teachers to come up, I just want to say a few words. If you look over this list of names, it becomes apparent to those of us who are in the school that These are 6 outstanding individuals that come from a great varied background. This year we have standouts in sports, band, JROTC, academics, student government, and fine arts. So needless to say, the committee that was actually in charge of looking at these finalists had a very, very difficult task on their hands. So at this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Betsy Gilbert.
Ago, I was so honored when asked to introduce this recipient of the Principal's Award. I knew the student's accomplishments were many and I would have plenty to talk about. Then they told me the introduction should be 3 to 5 minutes long and panic set in. How would I be able to condense 4 years of this young man's life into just 3 to 5 minutes? When you hear his list of accomplishments, you will certainly understand my dilemma. First and foremost, this student is this year's valedictorian of the class of 2013. He will graduate with a 99.65 grade average after taking practically every honors class the school has to offer, and while completing 15 hours of college dual enrollment. He is also the first student ever at Bradley Central High to score a perfect 5 on the U.S. History AP exam. I mean, seriously, who does that? And his ACT score was a phenomenal 31. Academically, this student is nothing less than amazing. When you begin examining his list of achievements, you can't help but be impressed with not only the amount of success he has had, but also the fact that his achievements are varied among all the disciplines. Devin has made local, regional, and state recognition in the following areas while here at Bradley. Veterinary science, first place region, state runner-up, and national portfolio winner. Kaiser Permanente National Healthcare Issues Exam, first place region. Personal finance, second place region, fourth place state. DECA, Dollars and Cents Challenge, 7th place state. FFA, Extemporaneous Speech, 2nd place region. Lee University Constitution Bowl, team captain, 3rd place in 2011 and 1st place in 2012. Bradley Central High School Career and Technical Education Student of the Year. Tri-County's Football Shorty Jordan Athletic Scholarship Award winner, Academic Player of the Year. National Football Foundation College Hall of Fame, East Tennessee Chapter High School Scholar Athlete, Medical Math Competition, 3rd place state, and he was voted most likely to succeed by his peers for the class of 2013. While it may look like Devin spent all of his time studying and competing, this was certainly not the case, as can be seen by his impressive list of school activities. While at Bradley, Devin was involved in the following ways: student council member and student body vice president, National Honor Society treasurer, Beta Club president, HOSA treasurer, public information officer, reporter, and BCHS CTE HOSA representative, FBLA, DECA, FFA, Skills USA, Chamber of Commerce Youth Leadership member, National Society of High School Scholars member, and varsity football player and team tutor. While doing all of the above, Devin also managed to spend many hours volunteering and working for both Don Ledford Automotive and Kersey Lawn Service. When you listen to Devin's accomplishment, one word comes to mind: extraordinary. Having been a teacher for more than 20 years, I can honestly say I have never had a more determined student. I actually thought I was a perfectionist until I met this young man. He makes me look like a slacker. When I first had Devin in class, he was a sophomore in my Algebra 2 honors class. He sat in the front row in the middle of the class, directly in front of where I usually stood. I could always tell how he listened so intensely, and he took in every word I said. There was no letting my mind wander mentality in Devin. He had a goal, and he was bound and determined that he would reach it. I'm pretty sure he walked into my class that first day knowing that he would make 100 100 in my class or died trying. Devin not only set the bar in my classes, but he was such a joy to teach. He is obviously very intelligent and extremely respectful as a student. He rarely had questions, but if he did, his questions were well thought out and were always respectful of the knowledge that I brought to the table. I truly appreciated this about Devin. And not only did he make a 100 in Algebra 2 honors, but he also went on to take 4 college math classes that he completed while in high school, including Pre-Calculus 1, Pre-Calculus 2, Calculus, and Statistics, and he made a 100 in each of them also. I was his teacher for Pre-Calculus 1 and 2. These classes were set up in a work-at-your-own-pace style. With this in mind, most students leisurely take their time, and they know how much they can goof off and still get the job done. Devin, though, was just the opposite. As soon as he found out that you could complete one course and take another one in the same semester, well, he just took off. He was able to finish Pre-Calculus 1 in approximately 6 weeks, and then had plenty of time to complete another whole course during the same semester. Extraordinary. So as you can tell, this young man is a go-getter, determined and driven to succeed. He is never willing to settle for less than his best, and he is wise beyond his years. He is the type of student every teacher loves to teach. On a personal note, I have gotten to know Devin outside of the regular classroom setting. He is a young man of great character and integrity. He often stops by my room before school and talks to me about how things are going on his job, how he is progressing in his calculus class at Cleveland State, which car at Don Ledford he would love to own, how he plans to invest his money in the future, how his current stocks are doing. He is quite the financial guru and will probably have more money saved by the time he graduates from college than I do at this point in my career. I will miss seeing that determined look on his face when he tells me, "Mrs. Gilbert, I'm taking the ACT on Saturday morning." I will miss him stopping by to tell me that he is on Unit 8 in Calculus and he has only been in the class for 3 weeks. I will miss his updates on his savings account and stock options. I will miss hearing stories about his childhood, his family, his friends. I will miss having to concentrate so intensely and then saying, "Devin, can you say that a little slower?" I will miss him giving the afternoon announcements and always ending with, "God bless." I will just miss him. This wonderful young man who has become more than a student and more like a member of my family. And so it is bittersweet to watch Devin enter this new phase of his life, but I'm so proud of the young man that he has become. As he leaves Bradley, he will attend Lee University as a honor scholar and major in pre-med with a minor in business. I expect to hear great things as he continues his journey to be an orthopedic surgeon. And so it is with great joy that I introduce to you the son of Greg and Angela Kersey, Mr. Devin Kersey.
If you could just stay a couple more minutes and not exit yet. We have a couple more to get through. All right. I am Tucker Blackman, English teacher here at Bradley Central, and tonight I will be speaking on behalf of Mr. Riley Schull. His parents are Paul and Carol Schull, and our educators here along with me at Bradley Central. A modern-day Renaissance man, Riley has been involved in a wide array of activities and organizations during his tenure at BCHS, such as Skills USA, Beta Club, National Honor Society, Student Council, Bachelorettes, BCHS Theater, Drama Central Improv Team, Drama Club, Vocal Motion
show choir, Constitution Bowl, BCHS tennis team, and the BCHS basketball team. He has also been heavily involved in outreach through his church, where Riley is an active member of the praise team, youth group, and ensemble group. Although he is certainly engaged in many extracurricular activities, academics never took a backseat to his involvement in so many clubs and organizations. Riley has maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA and memberships in National Honor Society and National Debate Club for all 4 years of his high school career. He is also recognized as a Bear Scholar and Tennessee Scholar. Despite being involved in so many different activities, Riley's major focus has been centered on performance. He was chosen as the best musical performer by his peers for Bradley's Senior Superlatives. This award was achieved due to lead roles in Bradley Central Drama productions such as Grease, West Side Story, and Awesome 80s Prom, as well as an integral role as a soloist in BCHS Vocal Motion Show Choir that has placed and won in multiple national show choir competitions. Anyone that has seen Riley perform can attest to his charisma and charm that he exudes while on stage. Even people that have never been lucky enough to have seen Riley perform on stage can attest to his performances, strolling through the halls of BCHS, walking through the parking lots of BCHS, sitting in the classroom singing in BCHS. He is a literal embodiment of somebody that has a song in his heart. Riley has a spark of life that cannot be emulated by all people, and this can be seen on stage and in common day-to-day conversation with him. Riley's passion for the arts has led him to plan on attending Lee University in the fall to be a part of Lee's acclaimed Voices of Lee while double majoring in music performance and general education. He will enter Lee's Summer Honors Program and was a recipient of the Presidential Scholarship from the school. Post-graduation, he plans on moving to either Chicago or New York City to pursue a career in the performing arts with an emphasis in musical theater or film acting. He hopes to use his education degree to be a choral and vocal instructor at a school while pursuing his dream of performance. All people have big dreams inside of them. Some view those dreams as simply that, just dreams, while others view them as plans and guidance for their lives. Anyone that knows Riley Scholl realizes that he would fall in the category of the latter. Nothing great comes without fighting for it, and Riley believes that his grandfather, Troy Ken Smith, taught him this lesson early on in life. Ken was the first person to introduce Riley to a guitar and the love of music while maintaining a strong Christian faith that was exemplified in his 8-year battle with a terminal kidney disease. Even though he passed away in 2005, it's evident that his papa's spirit lives on in Riley. Riley believes that his grandfather's life taught him that one must praise God in adversity and work harder and focus to get through these difficult times because a new dawn always awaits. I'm a pretty lucky soul to have been blessed to teach Riley in my English class for the past 3 years here at BCHS. I guess I'm kind of like his Mr. Feeney in a way. He is the type of student that a true educator envisions when he visualizes what he wants to see from a student. I'm not speaking in terms of test scores or study ethic. Despite what most people believe, academic propensity is not a teacher's favorite trait for a student to have. Riley does have that attribute, but Riley has something more as well. Riley has something that Mrs. Brenda Lawson spoke to us about earlier tonight, and that is passion. He has a passion for knowledge and life and love and friendship and God and family and art. I've seen this passion when we discuss literature, philosophy, theology, music, or even sports in my classroom, and we discuss them all, sometimes simultaneously. It's this passion for life that draws people to Riley, and subsequently will make him successful in life. And on a personal note, I went to talk to his father today to show and let him proofread my speech, just to make sure that it was awesome, because I felt like Riley deserved that. And his father thanked me for teaching Riley and putting a lot into him. And I thought, in all respect, I thought that was a little bit ridiculous, because Riley Scholl makes my job easy. Students like him, you don't have to thank me for teaching a student like Riley. Anybody can teach a student like Riley. And that's why I got into this profession, to have kids like him who have a passion for life and a passion to learn. And I'm a better man for having him in my classroom. And thank you for your time. Let's bring down Riley Scholl.
My name is Chris Ware, and I'm the Director of Bands and Fine Arts Department Chair here at Bradley Central High School. When I was approached by the administration to introduce a finalist for the Principal's Award, I can say in complete honesty that I'm truly honored and privileged to be making introductions for a student whom I hold in the highest regard. This fine young man is Jamie Critchfield. During his tenure at Bradley Central High School, Jamie has been an honor student all 4 years and will graduate a Bear Scholar with a perfect 4.0 GPA. He has been a member of the Triad National Music Honor Society for 3 years, serving as co-treasurer. He was one of 135 students from the entire United States to audition and become accepted as a member of the United States Army All-American Marching Band in San Antonio, Texas. Jamie is in the final stages of becoming the Eagle Scout of the Boy Scouts of America, where he has also served as a patrol leader. He has been a participant in the Greater Cleveland Area Community Band and Jazz Band, Lurton, a Bradley Central High School Bear Pride Band as band captain and principal trombone, and has also been actively involved in his church youth group. His plans after graduation from Bradley are to attend the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga in the fall, majoring in music with a minor in secondary math education. Following the completion of this degree, Jamie then plans to pursue a master's degree in music, ultimately completing the terminal degree of Doctor of Musical Arts. Jamie wishes to teach music or math at the secondary level and also at the collegiate level. Jamie speaks of Rick Donegan, his music minister and middle school band director, as the most influential figure in his life. Jamie explains that Mr. Donegan is responsible for his first interest in music and living as a role model of Christian integrity. Jamie is a firm believer in his music education, making him the fine young man he is today, and is an advocate for music education as a cross-curricular aid in his other studies. Jamie's proud parents are Jen and Christy Critchfield. When I received a letter from our administration requesting that I introduce Jamie, or Edmund, as his name, it stated that Jamie mentioned me as a teacher on campus who made an impact on his years at Bradley Central. It's a great honor to have a student say that about your impact on him. However, I feel the same way about Jamie. He's one of those students that you never forget. He's one of those students whose impact is both felt and seen. He's one of those students whose absence will be a huge loss in our program. But he's one of those students that I don't just call a student. I wish to call him a friend, and hopefully you'll soon call him a colleague. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce to you the finalist for the Principal's Award, Mr. Jamie Critchfield.
Simmons, I felt very honored because he has been nothing but a help as a JROTC. While I was in JROTC, he was not an excellent example of what a cadet should be. The other cadets loved and respected him. Nobody talked bad about it because there wasn't anything to say about it. The girls loved him, and the men wanted what he had. You know, I asked Cadet for some dirt on Jay so I could roast him a little bit tonight, but the most I could get from the cadets was, you know, he used to have really long hair. Jay is respectful. It was always yes sir, no sir. He's always responsible. He always gets the job done. He was honest. He always admitted when he made a mistake. That he didn't blame it on someone else. I would like to take credit for these attributes, but I know they came from his teaching of his parents, and Denise Fitzsimmons. Anything he could get involved with in JROTC, he was there. And what he did well. About the only thing that I could see that I could have come in JROTC was whenever there was a job to be done, he started to do it. And he wanted to do it all by himself. And I said, Jay, you can't do it all by yourself. You need to delegate. And another thing that I learned this year about Jay from the first year that he was in JROTC, the first year he was very quiet. He was just kind of in the corner. And the other day I was out of the room for a minute, and I come back in and I heard somebody go, "At ease!" I thought, who in the world was that? And I looked, and it was Jay Fitzsimmons. And I'm glad the line came out of the mouse. He's had a lot of accomplishment in school. In 9th grade, he was student council, beta club, baseball. In 10th grade, sophomore class president, student council, beta club, inducted in the National Honor Society, JROTC, which was the best. Attended JCLC, theater, sporting role in our town, color yard, greater team. He served meals in the BCHS cafeteria after the tornadoes. 11th grade, he was the student council, I don't even, in Francis, parliamentarian. It's some big thing. Attended Bridging the Gap Service Learning Conference at Lee University. Worked in the BCHS Service Learning Group to assist in clearing Mrs. Betty Shard. That was a big job. Inducted into the Valley View Brewerton Club. Attended TASC Conference, National Honor Society, Quiz Bowl. Attended Boy State. Did theater, sporting role, and Bradley Night Live. Attended JCLC again. Greater Team Commander, JROTC Training Officer, Color Guard. Participated in exception education prom activity. Student Council, 12th grade secretary, JROTC Battalion Commander, which is the highest grade that you can earn at JROTC. Selected for Constitution Bowl, and he won. National Honor Society, Greater Team Commander, Brewerton Club, Quiz Bowl, umpiring, recreational league baseball. And just to let you know, I had one day when I came in and one of my female cadets came up and said, my brother was playing baseball and Jay Fitzsimmons was umpiring, and I checked him out all 9 innings. His goals really touched my heart. His goals for the future. He says, I have numerous goals that I wish to accomplish throughout my lifetime. First and foremost, I wish to grow in my faith in Christ each and every day. I plan on becoming an active member of the church and go on mission trips to aid people and share the gospel with the world. My second goal is to follow the path that God has planned for me. My final goal is to become an officer in the United States Air Force. Bradley High School has prepared me for the many challenges that I will face to accomplish these goals. Once I graduate from UTK, I plan to spend at least 20 years as an officer in the United States Air Force while simultaneously earning at least a master's degree. When I read that, they put down the one person that has impacted his life. When I heard it was me, I thought to myself, don't worry, Jay, you'll get over it. In conclusion, let me say, I'm going to miss Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jay Fitzsimmons. But I know our loss is UTK's gain, and later the Air Force. So may God bless you, Jay, wherever you go, and may the Lord reward your parents for the great job they did in raising and molding you. So I am proud to introduce Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jay Fitzsimmons.
get the honor to present Sloan Rexall nominee for the Principals Award. Sloan spent the last 4 years building an impressive resume, club, sport, academic accolades. She's been a member of the Gold and Silver Honor Roll, National Honor Society, as well as winning the Rex Dockery Scholarship and the Chief Robertson Scholarship tonight. She's been a member of the HOSA, Health Occupation Students of America, where she won a regional award there. Student Council, where she was the junior class president and the student body president, as well as Christian Crusaders, Chamber of Commerce, Leadership Committee, and then a SCOPE, which is a school board conference where Sloan was selected to represent Bradley County at a state conference. In sports, she's an all-region golfer. She's the head of Diamond Dogs, which me as a baseball coach, that's a big deal for me. She's the head of the group of young ladies that do a lot of the jobs we don't want to. And they do a great job with that, and she's the head of them. And she's also one of the best fans here at Bradley. So any sporting event, she's there, rain, shine, sleet, snow. Just a little bit about her character. She's a member of Habitat for Humanity. She has won several character awards while at Bradley. Those are basically words that describe people with character, and they have not found one that does not describe her yet. She's a member of the Clinging Ridge Baptist Church. The greatest accomplishment that I think Sloan has never really been recognized. I think it's not recognized enough with young men and women that are like Sloan. In today's world of instant gratification and individualism, Sloan has never taken a shortcut, never put herself in front of everybody else. And me in the sports world, that's a really big deal. To see someone her age never put herself out front, always keep herself in the low light, and yet always seem up to her task. She's extremely selfish, always willing to give of herself. When I started to think about this, and really started thinking about the senior class in general, you start to wonder how they can be able to handle the time management and the things that are coming along. But when you start to think about Sloan graduating, I started to worry about me and all the jobs she does for me, grading papers, and things that keep me organized and coaching 2 sports. She's a leader, always willing to step up to the plate, always up to the task. She plans on becoming a dentist with a degree in biology at East Tennessee State University. One day Sloan will become a great wife, an outstanding mother, and I'll have a chance to say I knew her when. Nominee for the Principals Award for Sloan Rexall.
I've had the privilege of knowing Bryce Copeland for 4 years as his football coach and teacher. Bryce is a once-in-a-lifetime player, and I realized that I could coach and teach for 30 years and never meet another Bryce. By discussing his accomplishments, I will give you a snapshot into the life of this incredible young man. Bryce represented Bradley with pride and a competitive spirit on the basketball court and football field as a starter for 4 years in both sports. And looking back on his career, Bryce stated that he learned more from the losses than the wins. He said, "Our failures as a team helped define our character and made me, as a leader on the teams, to work harder and persevere to victory." You know, everybody says they work hard in the athletic realm, but let me just tell you what Bryce did. As a junior, he had first period weightlifting with the football team during basketball season. Bryce is the only dual sport athlete we've ever had that worked out during basketball season. In fact, his basketball coach would come check on him in the weight room during game days, and Bryce would hide in the corner and not do anything. And as soon as he left, he'd keep doing his sets. Because Bryce was determined to work hard. Coach Floyd and I actually stopped him from doing squats the day they played Cleveland in the district basketball tournament. Like, Bryce, what are you doing? But Bryce told me, he said, "If I'm not working, someone else is, and I want to be the best." And that was Bryce's mindset. He wasn't being disrespectful to Coach Smith or us by working hard. He was just a winner, and he was going to do whatever it took. to win. The other thing about Bryce is he never told anyone about his workouts, because he recognized from his mentors, Coach Smith and Coach Floyd, the value of hard work and doing your work humbly. See, they taught him that if you work hard and if you're humble, you can accomplish great things. And here's some great things Bryce accomplished. He was a captain in football and basketball. He was best of preps 3 straight years in both sports. He was all-region 3 straight years in basketball. He led the Bears to their first region title in basketball since 2007. In football, as a sophomore, he was the district quarterback of the year. As a junior, he was the offensive player of the year. As a senior, he was the district MVP or player of the year. He won the Rex Dockery Award in football, the most prestigious award in our program. He is actually ranked 8th all-time in the history of the state of Tennessee in passing yards and ranked 7th all-time in all-purpose yards. He's also the only quarterback in the history of our school to have a 3-1 record against our arch rivals, the Cleveland Raiders. In All-State, he was basketball, All-State basketball. He was the only member of the All-State team from our area to state, and he's a top 10 scorer in the history of the school. Due to Bryce's excellent career, he earned a scholarship to play at Lee. But Bryce was not just an athlete. He maintained a 3.95 GPA. His only B actually came in 8th grade in a high school math class. One day I heard Bryce talking to one of our football players, and the football player was complaining about a teacher. And Bryce said, "Hey, what are you doing in the class?" Nothing. Bryce said, "Hey man, do your work, turn it in, pass the class, and the teacher will stay off of you." See, Bryce got it. He understood that he was a student athlete, and he was a winner, both on the field and in the classroom. Everyone who's ever had the privilege of coaching Bryce has made this statement, that Bryce is such a competitor and winner that any time he's on your team, you have a chance to win. Now that football and basketball is over, you can find Bryce working out for college, and he's mentoring a younger teammate who's had a hard life. This young man's dad actually called me 2 weeks ago and was writing about the change in his son's life since Bryce has started hanging out with him. See, Bryce is teaching this young man to value hard work and to overcome the adversity he has faced in his life. Bryce defines a winner on the field, but choosing to mentor his teammate reinforces that he is a winner in life. In the long and storied history of Bradley athletic tradition, some athletes become legends who are never forgotten. People like Jim Smitty, whom our gym is named after. Bob Johnson, who played at University of Tennessee in the NFL. Alvin Scott, who played for the Phoenix Suns. Chris White, an All-American at Tennessee. Steve Logston, Rex Dockery, and Steve Sloan. These are men of character and athletic achievement, men who are winners, both on and off the field. When I have kids, they will grow up knowing the Bradley tradition. And as they grow up, they will consider Bryce one of these legends who will never be forgotten. Bryce Copeland, Principal's Award nominee.
As I was walking up here, my colleague standing to my left turned and said, "I'm glad that I'm not the one that's having to present this." And I'm going to tell you why. Because every one of these students that we just mentioned deserves this award. Every student that just came up on this stage. And you've seen a lot tonight of what these students do here at Bradley Central High School. Because each of these students are at Bradley Central High School, our school is better. And they make Bradley Central High School what it is. I could go down the line here and just say something about, I'll just say just a little bit about each one of them. Bryce Copeland, I remember as a freshman, I was in the stands and I was watching the football game. And we'd gotten down and Bryce came up behind one of the seniors and hit him on the rear end and said, "Let's go." Me, being an ex-athlete, I noticed that. And I thought, that's leadership. Leadership in a freshman who's telling the older guys, "Let's go." And they're right. When Bryce Copeland's on your team, you have a good shot of winning. So Lee University is going to be very fortunate next year because I believe Lee University is going to have a good chance to win. Mr. Critchfield. I'm telling you, one of the finest musicians that I've ever got. I mean, this guy's incredible. And I do believe at some point you will be a doctor of music, and without a doubt, listen, you need to come back here to Bradley High School, okay? Now, we're not trying to push Mr. Ware out, but we'll find you a spot, okay? He is one of the nicest young men that you'll ever meet. And every time that you see him, you see a big smile on his face. And I've never seen the guy down. I mean, he is just one of those guys that when you see him in the hall, he makes your day better. And so, good job. Jay Fitzsimmons. Jay's been up and down on this stage all night long. Jay was the commander. What's your title, Jay? Where is Jay? What was your title? You just gave it up the other night. Lieutenant Colonel. Jay was responsible for an entire unit here at Bradley Central High School. The unit is how many men, Jay? 170 students. He was the commanding officer, okay? Jay Fitzsimmons, without a doubt, will probably be a governor or the president. I mean, this guy is phenomenal. And when I put him in with these other gentlemen and these other ladies, Jay is one of these young men also that when you see Jay, there's always a smile on his face, and he's just got that air about him for leadership. So Jay Fitzsimmons is going to do some great things as well. Devin Kersey is going to be a doctor one day. We've talked about that. I've known Devin since he was a little boy. Devin has a drive that I don't believe I've ever seen in anybody else. Devin has had a drive since he was 4 years old, I guess. And one of the finest young men that you'll meet. I believe that Devin's going to do some great things as well. Devin, I was telling the truth. When my knees go out, I want you to take care of them, okay? Because I was a catcher for my whole life, and it's got me now. But Devin is going to do some great things as well. Sloan Rakestraw, one of the sweetest people that you'll ever know. And he said it very fine just a few minutes ago when Coach Day said that she's one of those people that you can go to. Sloan, she does so many jobs here at Bradley. I don't know what we're going to do, Sloan, when you're gone. I mean, we're going to be trying to find 2 or 3 people to take your place. But it's just an example of student leadership that we have here at Bradley Central High School. And then Riley Shull, I have never been, I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't do any of it. Riley is one of the finest musicians and just very talented. And they said that you were going to go to Chicago or Atlanta. I mean, he's got a lot of, I believe that Riley Shull will make it. And Bradley Central High School is better for Riley Shull being here. Riley, too, is one of those students that when you see him, he's always smiling, will just jump in and do anything that he can to help you. So, as a committee, we looked at every student, and it was awful. Because you can imagine trying to pick a student for the principal's board at Bradley High School when you have this quality of students. So what I tell each student is, if you win or if you lose this award, it is an honor to even be in the category because you're put into this by nomination. And then they have to go through a process of writing out good their resume, and then they have to set for an interview, which is an interview that we do to teachers when we're hiring a teacher. And so each one of them did a great job. And it was so hard while we were picking that it was just not good. The numbers were all over the board. But in the end, again, I feel like every one of these students deserves this award. But the winner of this year's, the 2013 Principals Award, goes to Jay Fitzsimmons. Parents, thank you so much for staying tonight. I know this has been long, but this is about our students, and we have a great group of students. They want to be just here. Where's Alice? Kelly Shaw. Where is she? Can you? Let me tell you about Miss Saunders. Miss Saunders, and this is just the box. She won a computer. She has 4 years of perfect attendance, and we wanted to recognize her today. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking your time. Everybody have a great evening. We'll see you on Saturday. God bless and go Bears.